All right, ladies and gentlemen, he hates when I say this, so I'm just going to do it. He went to London this year. He beat everybody else. He is the world champion. Put your hands together for Jay fucking Yamaki, everybody.
Yeah, I heard someone already say Weird Al, fuck you. Over here.
Welcome back to Roast Battle, Jay.
Hello, man.
How you doing, man?
I'm alright. Looking forward to tonight. Well, now, I should say.
The line.
What, sorry? Oh, the line. Have I crossed it already? Thank you for asking about why I want to battle John.
Yes.
I want to battle him because I wrote this joke, and I'm going to say it to you now. So, John is an improv comedian whose family is from the Philippines. So he's not a Filipino, he's a Philippi, yes and. World champion, thank you, world champion. Can I just say very quickly, sorry, but thank you for eventually laughing. This guy here, well done. I'm murdering him. I look like I would. I just say that, this is... John and I, we each have our issues, right? Not with each other, but like internally. My biggest issue is that I look like this. Like Jesus if he was actually a magician. But, we've both said that we can roast each other's issues and things, so it's fine, okay? It might get dark, but it's okay. Okay, guys? Yeah!
All right, ladies and gentlemen, if you've come to the Tokyo Comedy Bar, you know who he is. John's one of our house MCs. He's one of our main guys here tonight. He is really good at this, and I'm not sure that he likes that. You know what I mean? Like, when I twist his arm and make him roast battle, we find out just how mean he can get. And I'm not sure. Tonight he's going to go home and do his fetal in the shower. That's fine. Because we're going to have a great fucking battle. We're all very excited for this. Put your hands together for the talented John Sapai,
Yes, and Jay is descended from colonizers. Yeah, thank you for roads. That wasn't to you, that's just to Europeans in general. Thank you.
Shout out to the Romans.
Shout outs to the Romans. Shit, they were there first, let's go.
John runs an intro to stand-up workshop on Sundays. You should check it out. All right, John.
And
welcome.
intro to improv. Anyway.
John, I twisted your arm to battle.
You did.
To battle Jay. How are you feeling about it?
I thought this was a mental health symposium. This is wild. I thought me and Jay were just gonna talk about stuff. They say it's wild. It's wild that you did this to me.
You twisted your arm, but my penis. It was
Yeah.
Ladies and gentlemen, this is the main event. The belt is on the line. Keep it going for these two, everybody.
Oh, the belt is on the line.
Is it? I don't know. Is it? I mean, yes, it is.
I don't know how it works.
All right. They're going to battle each other, and we're going to enjoy it. How does that sound? Let's hear it. We got England. We got the U.S. We got the Philippines. We got colonizer. All right, let's hear it, everybody. Battle! Battle!
Battle! I've never touched tips with someone before. It's nice.
Don't lie. How do you think you got this? John has a lot of issues, as you can tell, because he looks like a Goomba that's been stomped on by life. John's biggest issue is that he loves talking about his issues. And John's not a pedophile. But I feel like he would sleep with a kid just so that afterwards he could tell them about how traumatic that experience was. I'm going to show you on this doll where I touched you. And as a result, I get some cake.
Hell yeah. You do look like a dishonorably discharged stage magician. Jay grew up working class. His mom worked at a little shop called Poundland. Hey! Hey! Don't be gross. Alright? Poundland is like a dollar store where you can fuck Jay's mom for $1.
I wondered why you looked tired.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Yeah, your mom's a lot.
So John suffers from an identity crisis. He could get his girlfriend pregnant and still not know who the father was. But thank you, Jack. But the identity crisis it checks out because John's got massive eyes. He looks like he was born on a roller coaster. But combine that with those glasses and that haircut, and he looks like a little gecko that's trying to turn white. And yet he sounds like he's trying to turn black. So what is it? Are you a little John, or are you out there Robin Hoods?
It's wild. Yeah, it is wild. You look like you thought anorexia would make you handsome.
Hey, I wasn't wrong.
That's crazy.
Should have seen me before.
We both do have issues. Jay actually suffers from OCD, not quite OCD. He suffers from something called Pure O, which is, it's called Pure O because O is the response he gets whenever he reveals his penis to someone. Which is wild, because you would think that this really advertises what his penis would look like. Just like gaunt and tired and maybe has spiders in it.
Surely I'm in the spiders. John suffers from suppressed rage. He's like the Incredible Hulk if the only thing he Hulk smashed was framed photos of his mom. It's no wonder he did voiceover work for the video game company Konami, because his mood is always up, up, down, down, left, right, left, right. And to women, he's a BA star.
I love those games.
Good. I'm glad to hear that.
Yeah, thanks. Yes, and Jay. Oh, I forgot to mention this. Jay Yamaki wasn't always called Yamaki. His given surname is Whore. Fucking Poundland, am I right? Yeah, his name is now Yamaki, which means mountain tree.
That's correct.
Yeah, which makes sense because you look like you would be at home in the suicide forest. Fucking, you look like the girl from The Ring got stuck in the TV and just kept stretching.
It's true, man. It's very true. John looks like a gremlin who after midnight ate Taco Bell. You do call everyone fat with the anorexia thing that
Yeah.
I know, I hope it's...
Yeah.
I'll do one.
Sorry, my bad. Yeah, you're
John suffers from abandonment issues on account of his dad leaving when he was very young. And this is a very dark subject. So I want to keep things light with some deadbeat dad jokes.
Yeah!
Why did John Sabai's dad avoid falling into creamy desserts? Because he never wanted to get custody. Knock, knock. Certainly not John Sabai's dad. Why are John Sabai's dad's reasons for leaving like a tennis player in a wheelchair? Because neither could stand up in court. And finally, what do John Sabai's will to live and John Sabai's dad have in common? Both left him a long time ago.
Yeah, it's weird. You know, you told me that you come from a working class background, but you sound like weirdly posh for having a working class background. It's wild because you sound like a Star Wars villain, but just look like a Star Wars fan. Yeah. I know, me too. But I don't sound like that. Well, also like you look like a colonizer, but look more like a racist caricature of an Asian person than me. That's why, like, a Fu Manchu would be perfect on you. Yeah.
Wow, thank you. John suffers from depression, and I want to say that depression is very real. In fact, depression is a lot like John in that it touches a lot of vulnerable women and takes them to a dark place that they struggle to get out of. But I just want to say, sorry, that was my last joke, but just very quickly. You know, these are all just jokes. Genuinely, if there's support available, there's like BetterHelp, I think. There's like Tell, stuff like that. If anyone out there, if you or anyone you know has been affected by John Sabai, remember, you're not alone.
Jay and I are very similar. Obviously, one of the ways that we're different. We're obviously very similar. We're both Star Wars fans. We're obviously very similar. One of the ways, obviously one of the ways that we're different is we had very different dad experiences, right? We had a very supportive dad who was there all the time. Yeah, dad, as I said, working class. Jay's dad was a coal miner. Yeah, worked very hard every day. He would disappear into a dark hole every day, and then he would pull out of Jay and go to work.
Ended on a pedophile joke. That was great. Come on, make some noise, everybody. Grace, you look like you got something to say. Let's hear it.
This wasn't a mental health conference, but I think you both need to go to one.
You're not Cat Randall.
I do love our Walmart version of Hosier up there. I don't know who Weird Al Yankovic is. You guys are too old for me. I think both of you had some really good lines. I really loved Poundland. Good, come back with it. But the roller coaster was so specific. You did almost lose it with the dead dad custody jokes because I wanted to kill myself too after that. But otherwise, I'm going to give it to Jay.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, that is one for Jay Yamaki. Yurie, what do you got to say?
Oh my God, great battle. One time for the band. What a way to end the night. This is an amazing battle between a guy who stays at the White Lotus and the guy who works at the White Lotus. So good. I'm so happy. No, but I feel like this roast battle is about. You know, like rape jokes, suicide jokes, fucking your mom jokes, not knowing who the father was jokes. Like, so good. I really had so many favorites. Those were it. But this is the first time I ever saw Jay, like, kind of, like, there was, like, one time you didn't rebuttal and you were just like, can I go? And, like, I was like, oh my God, like, you lied, John. You love to battle. You're so good. They're both so good. They're both so good. I feel like it's so close, but I'm just gonna like edge it toward John.
Whoa! 1-1!
Yeah. One more.
BJ. BJ, the power's in your hands.
Don't want the
for the first time since you hired me.
Again, amazing. I feel bad that I said that Asperger's was the worst pun that we ever had. Then we had Robin Hood. Custody, like banging them out there. I love a good pun. I like the Star Wars jokes as well. I felt like we were having like Chewbacca versus Wicked Ewok here tonight.
The Ewoks speak Tagalog. I don't know if you know this. Yeah, and I'll just talk about you after the
I like the idea that Wicked
We all
Ewoks.
really liked you until a moment ago.
And just to clear up, the reason John's dad doesn't speak to him is that Wicked Ewok speaks better Tagalog than he does. And am I right?
Yeah, because my family speaks Waray and Bisaya. That's why.
Fucking Filipino, yes, there were some great jokes there. Honestly, the writing in that, both like the roller coaster joke, amazing. The Konami joke, I'm a big game fan. Love that as well. Anorexic. The one thing I love about our city, and why I think we always do so well in the battles on the videos, is that I feel like Japan is such a power. Like, we've got all these great jokes. And actually, one of my favourite jokes was the Yamaki. The mountain, the suicide. Like, we're the only country in the world that could pull off a joke like that. Because, like, weirdly, Japan is a character here as well. And on that note, I'm going to give it to John.
Holy shit! He's so happy. He's so unhappy right now. Oh my God!
He did not want to win.
Oh no! He's so unhappy about this. He's so happy about this. He didn't want to throw the battle. He wanted to lose it in a fucking awesome battle, and that was a fucking awesome battle. Ladies and gentlemen, and Noon! John motherfucking tomorrow, everybody! Hey guys!